Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to High Top Sports Network's coverage of the District 6 Class A Volleyball Semifinals. Tonight featuring the Homer Center Wildcats against the West Branch Warriors. My name is Josh Reckengoss, joined once again by Joe Rhodes.
Hey, Josh, great to be with you. Our first volleyball since last Thursday at the KCAC for the Heritage Conference Championship, in which these Homer Center Wildcats were a part of. Some exciting volleyball since Homer with a victory on Monday, I believe. A win over Bellwood Antis in straight sets. A pretty dominant win in that one, Josh, where the Wildcats, I have it written here somewhere, they won 25-6. 25-11 and 25-17 in that game. Bella Benz with 17 service points. Ashlyn Kerr, 24 service points. Megan Williams, 15 kills. The combination of Page and Goffman with 12 blocks. And, of course, Macy Sardone, the setter, with 27 assists in that one. So certainly a bigger test tonight with the number 2 seeded West Branch Warriors. A team that's actually ranked second in the state according to the PA Volleyball Coaches Association. So we should be set for a good one.
Yeah, Homer Center, the Heritage Conference champions. It was a wild day at the KCAC last week. Homer taking care of business against West Shamokin in 4 sets in that championship match. Looking to keep their postseason hopes alive here against the Warriors. Team's warming up right now. And as you mentioned, Macy Sardone, the setter for Homer Center, was very, very impressive. The last time I saw them was at the KCAC in that Heritage Conference Championship. She was very impressive passing the ball, getting her hitters into position, and as my man Tim Toy would say, bettering the ball.
Yeah, and it's great to have a good setter at this time of year. We talk to so many coaches that talk about the importance of having a good setter, not just throughout the season, but when we get to this stage in the season, the postseason. But again, tough task today for the Wildcats. They face a team that's 38-0-1 with tournaments included there,
Jeez.
Josh. And I believe I was talking to some folks around here. They said that loss came in a best of 2. Yeah, so there you go. I might be wrong there, but they're, of course, led by Terry Trude, coach since 2008, and certainly a program with some prominence here in District 6. And also in their conference, they have won 13 of the last 14 titles within their conference, the inter-county conference, that is. It's interesting. There's a lot of kind of plots and storylines in this game, one of which these coaches know each other even from tournament ball. I got a chance to talk to both of these coaches here in the last few days, and it's interesting that these coaches know each other well, and kind of a close-knit thing here in District 6, talking to some other coaches like Melinda Osterling of West Shamokin, who will also be playing tonight. Her team will be on High Top Sports Network taking on Bishop Guilfoyle, but it's kind of a fraternity/sorority here as far as coaches are concerned in the District 6 Volleyball League. Some other things that are noteworthy about West Branch, they might be battling an injury with a significant player. We'll wait and see. Don't want to talk too much about that in advance. Don't believe in doing that at this level. The coach didn't make any excuses. Talking to him on the phone last night. That's what he told him. That was his message of practice yesterday, saying that all teams have adversity. We have to deal with it, accordingly and not make excuses about it. And certainly they feel that they're not going to do that here tonight. They feel confident. And, the one big thing as far as West Branch is concerned here, Josh, they had a pretty tough night at the service line in their victory on Monday in the quarterfinals of Class A playoffs. 16 service errors. And when you make those kind of errors, it's going to really hurt you. And obviously, it's an uphill battle for these Warriors with that number in mind. And that was exactly what Coach said. He said, when I asked him, West Branch will win this contest if. He paused for a second and he came up with neutralize serving and be aggressive serving. So certainly he sees that to be the area where this game could be won or lost here tonight, Josh.
And Joe, before we get going with the action, let's thank our sponsors for the evening.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. There's some wonderful sponsors. We have the best sponsors, Josh.
The best, Jerry.
Always the best.
We'd like to thank Evolutions 2 Hair Salon in Indiana. We'd also like to thank McFadden Machine Company in Blairsville. And we would also like to thank several of the families and boosters here from Homer Center reaching out to us, getting in contact with us, and helping us pay the bills
Yeah.
and get this broadcast going.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to Coach Fye and thank her for her efforts in helping us do so. And certainly amazing to see this wonderful Homer Center community turn out and support us so that we can make sure folks that necessarily aren't here tonight do have an opportunity to catch the action here on High Top Sports Network. So very, very grateful for the wonderful people of Homer Center. Homer City, more specifically. I got a lot of family in that way. Might have one of my family members watching here tonight. Hopefully so. But, yeah, thrilled to be here with you, Josh. Thrilled to get to watch this game. We followed the District 6 playoffs last year as well when West Shamokin became champions, actually defeating this very same West Branch team. So great to be back here and certainly glad to be doing it with you.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to it. Playoff volleyball. We have done. It's nice to be able to be back covering District 6. During the year, during the regular season, some legalities and technicalities kept us, away from, our normal broadcasting, mostly West Shamokin. But it's great to be back. Great to be covering these awesome teams and just get to see some really high caliber volleyball here, especially whenever you get to the semis, Joe.
Yeah, Josh, you are correct. Just was checking our sound there for a second. I thought for some reason we were in no audio. But let's take a quick break. What do you say? We'll come back here and sort this out and talk a little bit more about this matchup here between the Homer Center Wildcats and the West Branch Warriors. So for Josh, my name is Joe Rhodes. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to High Top Sports Network's coverage of District 6 Class A semifinals between Homer Center and West Branch. Quite the road trip out here, Joe, to West Branch.
Yeah, it was a nice little drive, though. We got a chance to kind of talk a little bit and talk about this game. It's unusual when you have such an opportunity, driving almost 2 hours to kind of just sit and concentrate on the game that's coming up and kind of cover some of the storylines. And there's plenty of them, Josh, as we mentioned. These teams on the side of West Branch, you have a team that's won 13 of the last 14 conference championships. Numerous all-district and all-state players for West Branch. Historically, as far as the PA Volleyball Coaches Association, just 2 all-state players all time for Homer.
Wow.
I believe they were back in 2012 and 11. Don't quote me on that, but it was around that same time. I know there was 2. Homer, no district titles. I take that back. No district titles at all. I believe they've never even made an appearance in the championship game. So with a win today, Homer would clinch the first berth in the District 6 championship game in school history. And they have not even won a conference, Josh, since 1982. So a very storied program for the home West Branch Warriors. As for Homer, a very motivated, hungry group looking to make school history here.
Well, I thought they were, as we mentioned, I thought they were just excellent in that Heritage Conference Championship game. Obviously took care of business against Bellwood Annis on Monday. right now, as you said, hungry, motivated, talented, well coached, and they are looking to pull off what would be a pretty big upset here.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes it's like, is it better to be the hunter or the hunted? And right now, it's going to be an interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how that does play out. Um, it's interesting for West Branch. I had a chance again to talk to Coach Terry Trude, and he mentioned, he didn't necessarily say that he didn't think his team was going to be here, but he thought it was a kind of a long shot. Losing 5 seniors last year, now having 4 sophomore starters. That's a big deal there. So it'll be really it'll be interesting to watch these young players. Whereas Homer's a little more veteran laden. So you have the team here with the kind of the history, but the younger players, and then you have the team that without the history, with some of the older players. So something's got to give here, Josh.
Yeah, just one senior on that West Branch roster. Abby Gallagher, 5'10 middle blocker, the only senior on that roster. A couple of juniors, but as you said, 4 sophomores starting in this opening rotation for the Warriors. And they trial by fire, really. The experience going deeper into the playoffs, that's where reputations are forged. That's where, the nerves can come into play. A lot of things in motion for this Warriors team.
Yep, and it's something to be said about being here, but it's also something about kind of doing it as a younger team, as I mentioned a moment ago. That you could be a part of a program, and we know what that's like when you are a younger player playing on a program with such history and such success. We talk about a team like Freeport that we get to cover often, a team that just clinched a berth in the Whippeal Class 3A finals. You see how quickly Coach Tom Phillips of that team is able to get his team up to speed. Often see freshmen and sophomore getting big chunks of playing time. So it seems like that's the case here at West Branch. Unfortunately, we don't get to cover more because it's always great to cover these kind of tradition programs. But again, we're super glad to be here. Glad to be a part of this, and hopefully we'll get to be a part of the championship game as well. But while I have another chance to mention it too, Josh, I want to remind the folks out there that the other semifinal game between the Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders and the West Shamokin Wolves is also going on here on High Top Sports Network tonight. So we're going to hopefully have those scores for you. Our man Jake DeLuca and Colt Henderson are on the call there. The winner of that game will play the winner of this one. So a lot going on here. Both semifinal matches in Class A on High Top Sports Network, and it's great to be the home of all that here, Josh. Can't find it anywhere else.
Yeah, and it could be, I don't want to speak too early, but could be a rematch of that Heritage Conference Championship game, Joe. If Homer Center is able to pull off the upset here, and West Shamokin taking care of business if they can, that would set up the matchup between the Wildcats and the Wolves.
Yeah, you mentioned it could be a rematch of the Heritage Conference Championship. It could also be a rematch of last year's District 6 Championship. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, that West Shamokin took on West Branch. Of course, West Shamokin coming out victorious in that one. So a couple different instances where you could get a rematch, either the previous year's District 6 Championship or the Heritage Conference Championship that happened less than a week ago.
Yeah, Megan Williams, I was watching her warm up, and she is really getting up and hammering the ball during warm-ups, and she was tremendous during that Heritage Conference semifinal and final match. So let's keep an eye out for Megan Williams, number 31 for the Wildcats. Really looked impressive during warm-ups.
Yeah, Josh, that's a great point. And, my broadcast on Monday, I had a chance to do it with our good friend Adam Morganti, another High Top Sports Network guy. That combination of Sardone and Williams was just as effective as it was in that Heritage Conference matchup. And it seems like that just continued to carry over from that Heritage Conference matchup. And it'll be interesting to see if it can carry on one more game here, because it's a beautiful thing whenever your setters putting your outside hitters, inside hitters in such a good position like Sardone has. And that's not been exclusive just to her, as I mentioned, Josh. There's some heavy hitters on this Homer Center roster, and certainly a depth at those positions. So excited to see if that continues. Every reason to believe it will. Another thing that will be interesting to see if Homer Center can continue is their excellence from the service line. Again, there was some impressive performances again against Belwadantis. As I said, Bella Benz with 17 service points, Ashley Kerr with 24, the aforementioned Megan Williams with 15 kills, and Sardone, her partner in crime in that department, with 27 assists. So if they can keep up what they've done the last 2 times we've seen them, I believe they'll be a very, very difficult team to beat.
Well, those are impressive numbers for a match that went straight sets in the favor of Homer Center to be able to put up 27 assists in 3 sets. That's a heck of a game there by Macy Sardone.
Yep. And again, excited to be here. Got the traditional heavyweight versus the hungry team that doesn't have the trophy case that maybe West Branch does, but plans to add to it here this year.
Yeah, looking up at the banners up there, as you said, that inter-county conference champions, it just goes in order.
Yeah, there's probably the most decorated program looking at these banners here quickly, Josh. The volleyball team certainly. We'll turn it over to PA. Sorry.
And your West Branch Lady Warriors. At this time, you please stand if you are able to remove your hats for the playing of our anthem.
And you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of that
Now we quick announcement before we get started. The winner of tonight will move on to the District 6 final on Saturday afternoon at 12 p.m. at the Altoona High School Fieldhouse. So winner tonight goes on Saturday at noon at Altoona High School Fieldhouse. Reminder to all fans, we greatly appreciate your cooperation in remaining masked for the entire event. We appreciate your help in making sure the safety of everyone in this gym tonight. We'd like to remind the West Branch Area School District of no tobacco use policy. We appreciate cooperation not using any tobacco products. We thank you for cooperation. Hope you enjoyed tonight's matchup. Before we get started with the starting lineups, let's give a major thank you and a wave to our friends at High Top Sports Network. They're up in the top tonight with our live stream. So we appreciate you guys. And now let's meet our starting lineups. Let's start out with your number 3 seed and the number 5 ranked team in the state of Pennsylvania, the Homer Center Lady Wildcats. Number 31, Megan Williams. Number 32, Ashley Kerr. Number 22, Macy Sardone. Number 28, Anna Butchell. Number 20, Maggie Murray. Number 44, Isabella Betts. Number 12, Gabby Page. Number 24, Mallory Kaufman. And number 18, Maya Fatura. The Lady Wildcats are led by head coach Mike Conn and assisted by coach Sarah Ford. Now to meet your West Branch Lady Warriors, the number 2 seed in the tournament and your number 2 ranked team in the state of Pennsylvania. Let's start with number 6, Haley Rooster. Number 21, Griffin Myers. Number 18, Mikado. Number 9, Savannah Hoover. Number 23, Matea Kern. Number 13, Marley Kroll. Number 5, Abby Gallagher. And number 18, Megan Tierney. Your Lady Warriors are led by head coach Mr. Terry True, assisted by Miss Brianna Hayward. Tonight's officials are Doug Fuller, Bob Kaysen, Alex Sadler, and Larry Stitt. Good luck, no fears.
Well, nice little shout out there from West Branch Athletic Director Dave Williamson.
Yeah,
Giving High Top some love.
Yeah, Dave's awesome. Very inviting. Really, very welcoming. Offered us water and various other things. He's a terrific guy, and this is a beautiful facility. I got a chance again to talk to him a little bit before the contest, and this is a beautiful facility for a single A school in District 6. We spend some time in various gyms and various classifications, and I'll tell you what, Josh, this is pretty spectacular for Class A.
Spectacular indeed, and hardwired internet up here.
Yeah, we can't get that at some Whitfield schools. Nudge, nudge, bump, bump.
Yeah, right. Dave definitely taking care of us here this evening. Got us all set up, ready to rock and roll. Gave us a nice little shout out.
Appreciate that. We're glad to be here.
So we are about to get this one underway. Homer Center and West Branch going at it here in the D6 Class A semis. I believe Homer Center will start with service. And it will be Macy Sardone at the line to start this one off. About to get it underway. Sardone with the jump serve. Knuckleball across there. Oh, a little tip right there by number 5, Abby Gallagher, the only senior on this roster. Gallagher gets the first kill of the night.
Yeah, you were talking about Williams getting up in pregame. Gallagher getting up real high, way over the defensive wall created there on the Homer Center side, Josh.
Brooklyn Myers will serve here for the Warriors. And that's Bence, and she is long to the near side here, out of bounds. So 2-0 West Branch.
And Josh, I had a chance to talk to Coach Five before this, and she said her team was very confident, looked really composed, and really ready for this contest in their last practice last evening.
Well, that serve hits the tape. Bence will play it over. Back row attack right there, and a kill for the Warriors. That was Marley Croyle, sophomore outside hitter from the back row.
And Homer behind 3 points here. Unusual. We haven't really seen him in the last 2 games be behind very much, but see how resilient they can be here today if this lead swells anymore.
Myers, and that is an ace right on that end line, Joe. That was a perfect serve.
Yeah, that's about as close as you can get right there, but the ref quick on the call, so we have to appreciate that, not hesitant.
Sardone with the quick set, and finally Homer Center is on the board. Marley Kaufman with that kill off the block.
As I told Adam Organti in Monday's broadcast, Kaufman, the best number on the court, number 24.
Well, I'm partial to Bella Bence.
You're a 44 guy.
Exactly. Well played across by West Branch. A little miscommunication right there. Sardone tried to pass it forward to Bence in the front row. Got into the net and dropped. So 5-1. West Branch on top here early. First set.
Yeah, Homer not looking as crisp as they did on Monday. Just passing the ball quite well that day. And not so much here so far, but something to be corrected quickly.
Well, that was nearly a fault right there by Megan Cancelina, but ends up being an ace instead. I thought her foot was dangerously close to that line on that jump serve.
Yeah, a couple instances of having some difficulties with the serve receive.
So a service error right there by Cantalina.
As mentioned, Josh, the Warriors had 16 of those in their victory on Monday, a 3-1 victory, of course. But 16 of those, and I'm sure that's a number they would not like to duplicate here today.
Sardone sets up Williams, and that is hammered. Big kill.
We might have seen that a time or two over the last couple matches, Josh. But
Yeah.
she, as I said on Monday, when she gets up there, man, there's a couple players that we cover. When you hear it coming off their hand, it just has a different sound, and Williams can be added to that category for sure.
Well, and a perfect pass there by Sardone, too. Set her up really crisp, and right back at it. Abby Gallagher in the middle right there with the kill for West Branch.
Yeah, smart play by Gallagher. She saw that everybody kind of shifted to that far side of the court and hit it over here where no one was. So good vision and a nice strike there by Gallagher.
So Gallagher heads to the service line. Fatula in the back row, returning that serve. That was a good swing right there by Marley Croyle, but that was out of bounds off the hand of Williams.
Yeah, I thought for a second that was deflected, Josh.
I thought so too. I was waiting for the tip call, but
yeah,
to no avail.
Yeah.
Well, tough pass right there. Homer's going to get a chance to set it up. And a net violation by number 33, Katrina Calder. And Joe, she was a game time decision, not 100%.
Yeah, there was an issue. I'll be a hockey guy and say a lower body issue.
Lower body.
But she had some treatment before the game, and apparently that treatment good enough to let her have a go.
Wow, big block right there. Number 12, Gabby Page in the middle, just put that one down.
Yeah, and Sardone there right next to her, too, creating that two-person wall. What a nice little play that was. Homer back within 3.
Bella Bentz to the line. And that's off the block and down, so a big kill right there for Marley Croyle. It's back and forth right now. Both teams working off those blocks.
And one thing, too, that's kind of getting buried for Homer Center is their defense has been excellent as well. We talk about the passing, how crisp the passing has been, and serve receive, but the defense is one thing that Coach Fye mentioned to us that kind of is underrated and doesn't get enough attention.
Sardone sets up Williams, and that's another kill. Right on the money. Another good pass by Sardone, and Megan Williams does not miss.
Yeah, she doesn't. She likes that far side right there. And boy, oh boy, when she catches it at its peak, as I said on Monday several times, she can really give it a ride.
Well, that's Page, and another net violation on West Branch. That's 2, and they both have been on counter.
Homer back within 2 points, but maybe a little bit of a slow start and finding their legs here now. Score 9-7.
Williams jump serve too long and too strong. Out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't want to give too many of those away. You get the serve back and roll it right back to the Warriors side of the court.
Good block there. And that's Calder again. And they got a net violation on Homer Center right there. I thought it was, as soon as that whistle blew, Calder looked over at the official because she thought it was her again.
Yeah, I was watching right here on the baseline with you, Josh, or the half court line, I should say, and I thought Sardone was able to avoid it, but apparently not. With a little bit better of a view than I have.
Does he have sheep eyes, though, is the question.
He does not, probably. Not too many people do.
Well, that will be a kill, so a nice recovery by Homer Center.
Yeah, nice job on the receive. I didn't get a chance to see who that was that initially had got it. They had to kind of lunge to their right, and that allowed Sardone to get it to the hitter.
Maya Fatula with the jump serve, gets it across. Dive there by the libero. Another one. That is Cameron McTavish. Got to dig the first time around, unable to get it the second time. 11-9 now, West Branch on top.
Nice Homer contingency here on the road, making the trek.
Well, right at the net. That was Marley Kaufman. Nobody was there. She just blocked it straight down.
And that will continue Fatula's run at the service line. Now down by just one, Josh.
And into the net and down. I think Sardone might have gotten a piece of that. She was right next to Marley Kaufman. Now we are all tied up at 11. Fatula continues to serve.
Certainly does seem like Homer's a little more crisp than they were to start. Looking more comfortable and passing the ball well.
Well, nice little push right there by number 21, Brooklyn Myers. Smart play, heads up. Finds a soft spot, dumps it in.
Yeah, heads up play there. She saw that like three girls were kind of converging on where she was and just lifted it over top and dropped it in where no one was. Nice little high IQ plays, I like to call them.
Fatula back row attack, and it falls. So Maya Fatula gets a kill from behind the 10-foot line.
Expect nothing less. The stakes are high, Josh. I wouldn't be surprised if we see 5 sets here tonight. Sure, not their fan base would like that too much. But
high drama.
Would not be surprised.
Contested ball at the net. Kaufman right there to win that joust.
Yeah, Brooklyn Myers and again, person wears my favorite number. Marley Kaufman. Battling for it, and Kaufman gets the better of it, Josh.
Good serve there by Sardone. West Branch going to get a chance, and off the block of Bella Bentz. That kill goes down, Abby Gallagher.
Yeah, that quickly did away with Homer's first lead of this set, Josh. They were leading 13-12, and just like that, tied right back up. So a little bit of a punchback from the Warriors.
Well, Sardone at the net, and they're going to get, I believe, that's Gallagher. I think she got whistled for being over the net. You got to be straight up right there. You can't put your hands over the other side of the net.
There looks like that West Branch using Cowder sparingly here with that injury we mentioned, Josh.
Big ace right there by number 32, Ashlyn Kerr, from the service line. So Homer Center now on top by a couple.
Yeah, Kerr with 24 service points on Monday in that victory over Bellwood Antis, picking up where she left off, but into the net there.
Service error on Ashlyn Kerr. So back to a 1-point game. Student section on their feet over there. A couple of nice little chants.
A welcome sight of this school year. We didn't see those last year too much.
Indeed, it's those little things that you take for granted. And that's a kill right there. Nice placement.
Homer back up by 2. Again, that was terrific placement. So hard to kind of multitask. Be jumping like that, looking for the ball, but also looking maybe where you want to hit it on the court. That was the perfect place to do so.
Oh, and Kaufman's going to get an ace right there. Mishandled by the libero, Cameron McTavish. We're going to get a timeout. First one of the evening. Terry Trude calls for a timeout. Yeah, Warriors down 3.
Looking for that coach's timeout, as you like to call him, and our good friend Tim Toy, who we hope is tuning in maybe. Just a volleyball fanatic. But while we do have a chance, Josh, I want to make sure we thank the friends, families, and parents of Homer Center. Folks contributing to make sure we were here tonight. Didn't want to be named. What a modest thing to do. Certainly appreciate their efforts. And being a Heritage Conference guy myself, I know that it's a very, very close-knit conference and good people in it. And also McFadden Machine Company in Blairsville. Shout out to y'all. And then Evolutions 2 Hair Salon. Get your hair did.
Get your hair did.
Yep, that's got to be their catchphrase. If it's not, they got to do it. Just have a picture of Missy Elliott just on the wall.
I think the owner is sitting right there.
That's cool. I'm giving her good ideas.
Get your hair did.
And I also want to thank our friends Club Savoy.
Yes.
Love you guys.
Oh, another service error. So that coach's point right there, Joe. Terry Trude called that timeout. And out of that timeout, Homer Center into the net.
Yeah, Homer played a pretty clean game overall on Monday. Don't have a count on number of service errors, but I think 2 so far.
Well, Gabby Page off the quick set from Macy Sardone. Hammers it down. Homer.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Josh. I was going to say Page, another one of those players, big hitters. Talk about depth at the hitting position. Page, another one of those.
Good dig in the back row right there. Setting up Williams, blocked. Well, Williams going to get another chance. She does not miss that time. Came off the block. Number 23, Matea Karen.
You know, sometimes, like Homer was, you down 3-0 to start this set and kind of put your head down, start getting kind of those nervous feelings that the playoffs bring on, but now they're up by 4. Talk about being resilient and not getting too worried too quickly.
Well, Page tried the lefty tip right there. Sardone going to get him. Oh, man. Wow, what placement right there by Megan Williams.
And again, the pass right on the point, putting Williams in a good position to do what she just did there. Homer just continuing to get better and better, it seems, as the set goes on, Josh.
Yeah, they have really rallied after a somewhat slow start. And there's Williams again, and she pins it through the block of Cowder. Another timeout here called by Terry Trude. West Branch try and slow this Wildcats offense down.
Yeah, I apologize there, Josh. Cowder in there, as you mentioned, in a middle blocker position. Obviously, that's a very, very important position when it comes to... I'm just taking in these wonderful Homer fans. Even dating back to my days in the conference. A little more fun crowds in the Heritage Conference.
Well, we got the We Are HC chant going on.
But anyways, yeah. I'm going to turn this crowd mic off. I'm hearing it in our ears here. Oh, it's not even on.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's just the acoustics in this place are tremendous.
But, yeah, again, back to Cowder. You know, obviously, she's a little hobbled. We haven't seen her too much out there. And it looked like even as she was trying to slide over, had a hard time getting there in time. But got to admire her being out here. Really seemed like she wasn't going to be.
Well, Fatula tries to dig it out, but unable to. And that was a much-needed kill there by Marley Croyle.
A near collision there on the dive. A hustle play for Homer, but luckily not the case. I think thank you all for tuning in, Josh. We love knowing that people are listening. It'd be a little strange if we were on the mics and no one was listening, right? Just a couple people talking to themselves with headphones on.
Williams going to get a chance again and off the block. And as you said, Joe, it's kind of noticeable. Katrina Cowder, I mean, you got to give her credit for being out there and gutting this out, but she's having a hard time moving laterally.
Yeah, yep, and that's exactly what I saw on that point prior to the one we just took place. But
a big ace by Williams right there, and now Homer just a couple of points away from taking this opening set.
Yeah, Josh, and certainly Homer clicking on all cylinders are now successful at the service line, and that was the one thing that Terry Trude spoke to me about last night, that they had to be excellent defensively against the serve, but also excel in their when they were at the service line.
Well, Sardone tried to set up Page, who dug that out. Page came up short into the net right there, attack error. So West Branch will have service now. Marley Croyle to the line.
A little margin for error right now for West Branch. Homer needing just 2 points.
Well, there's Cowder. Good dig. Page trying to find that back row.
What a nice save.
And a net violation here. Oh, no, they're going to call that 4 hits. So the up official right there saw that ball, did not get across there, was not contacted either by West Branch, so 4 hit violation. Oh, man. Another quick set by Sardone right there. Gabby Page puts that one down, and they're not letting West Branch get those blocks set up.
No, and that's just kind of quick passing as you can see from Sardone. Everything runs through her. And now Homer just 1 point away from taking set number 1.
Maya Fatula jump serve. Oh, wow. So Kaufman gets the kill to end the first set. Homer Center, after a little bit of a sluggish start, Joe, really turned on.
Yeah, very sluggish indeed, but again, you gotta love that resiliency. You know, it's so easy. You played sports, I played sports, so you get down early, and especially when the stakes are this high and you start kind of getting inside your own head and feeling those nervous feelings, and Homer, not the case. You know, they are exactly what their head coach, Hope Phi, said they are, and it's just ready for the moment, and they sure looked like it there in set number 1.
Well, being a Katanning basketball player, I didn't have any playoff experience.
I had a little bit here in the District 6 playoffs, but I should mention here too, Josh, while I'm thinking of it, the winner of this game obviously will go on to the District 6 championship, and therefore they clinch a berth in the state tournament. So the winner of this game not only gets a chance to win a D6 title, but automatically gets a bid to the state tournament as well. And then once the District 6 championship happens, the winner of District 6 will move on to play the runner-up of the Whippeal, and then the runner-up of District 6 will move on to play the champion of D10. So the opponents in states for the respective D6 teams will be out of District 10 and District 7.
Well, just about a minute and a half here before we get set number 2 underway.
You know, we always ask players, we do like questionnaires and things. What's your favorite post-game meal, Josh?
Whew, wow,
Right?
that's a good one.
I mean, now, not when you played. Like when we're exhausted from calling games. What are you craving?
I like chicken parm.
I feel as though we've gotten that answer a million times.
Yeah, it's a staple. I told my mom, anytime you find a new Italian restaurant, you try the chicken parm first. If they're good with the chicken parm, you can bet everything else is good on the menu.
I'm a Marsala guy myself. I don't know if I can really speak to good Italian food, being that I'm not the in-house Italian like our good friend Jake DeLuca, who was at Bishop Guilfoyle, who I need to give him a text to let him know the results here of set number 1.
Well, Homer Center took that first set. I think it was, what was it, 25-18?
That's an excellent question. Well, yeah, as soon as we get the score from that West Shamokin Bishop Guilfoyle game, we'll make sure to let you know here on High Top Sports Network. Again, I want to ask you to make sure you like, follow, even give a share. Let your friends know when their favorite team will be appearing on High Top Sports Network. Every like and follow matters, so please do that on Facebook and on Twitter.
Cameron McTavish starts this second set with service. And that one just a little bit too long by Kaufman. So just as they did in the first set, West Branch on the board first.
Interestingly enough, Bellwood Antis on Monday got the first point of all 3 sets, but Homer winning those sets. So really, it's a welcome sight for Homer. You don't want to necessarily give it up, but they do well whenever they lose the first point of the set, Josh.
Well, good rally here. A couple of nice digs on the West Branch side. Little tip right there by Kaufman. Gonna get a free ball across here. Fatula passes it forward to Sardone. And into the block and down.
Definitely a lift there.
Yeah. That would have been a kill, I think, regardless, for Ashlyn Kerr. That will send Macy Sardone to the line to serve here for Homer Center. Wow, big block right there by Kaufman.
Right
She
there.
snuffed out Gallagher right there.
That's to Coach Fye's point, the defense, kind of the underrated part of this run for Homer thus far in the Heritage in the quarterfinal round of D6. Coming up big there, and so far several times in this game.
Well, I'm not sure why that wasn't called for hits because I don't think it was contacted by Homer. But
That almost looked like a carry as well.
free ball across here for Tula in the back row. Sardone going to set up Kerr. Ooh, nearly up into the backboard there. Wow, what a dig. Just a tremendous dig right there by Anna Cutshaw.
Another block, Josh. Hard to miss the defense in this one.
Yeah, for sure. What a rally here. And finally, Kaufman will end that long rally. And my man across the way there caught that ball off the side of the head.
Heck of a snag, though.
Yeah.
Using every part of the body, like a wide receiver. They'll say making a great catch using every part of the body. And that gentleman up there.
Sardone continues to serve. Ooh, back row right there. Wow, another great block by Homer Center. That was Bentz and Kaufman there together. Sardone going to set up Kerr, and she will have a kill. And a timeout by Terry Trude.
Yeah, look at Homer just pumped up. You can see it on everybody's face. And man, is it just everything that we had a chance to talk once again at Coach Fye about. They were just amped last night at practice, ready for the moment, not shy from it. And again, we talked in the pregame. Sometimes it's better to be that team that kind of nobody expects. You know, it should be pointed out, too. We talked about the PA Volleyball Coaches Association rankings. Homer up to 5 in the state, Josh, in Class A. They weren't even ranked before the year. So I think that they've taken a lot of pride in proving people wrong throughout this year. And again, they're facing the number 2 team in the district and the number 2 team in those very same PA Coaches Association rankings. So, you know, sometimes teams don't like feeling disrespected, and maybe that's the reason why Homer's so loose and so hungry right now.
Well, they certainly are not intimidated out here by this West Branch Warriors team. They are bringing the thunder. Sardone back to the service line. Oh, man, off the shoulder right there.
Counts.
Yeah,
Still counts.
Yeah. Well, that joust right there, and they're going to get a net
That's a good call there.
violation, yeah, on Homer Center. I believe that was going against Ashlyn Kerr.
Missed the number for West Branch, but she did a good job. The ball was kind of one of those 50-50 balls, and the way she kind of lunged towards the net, she did it. Her hands were kind of outreached, but she had to jump higher to do so. That was an impressive little play there.
And into the net, service error by Brooklyn Myers. And that will give Homer Center a side out. Megan Williams checks back in. Ashlyn Kerr to the service line.
Coach Trude, that's one thing he didn't want to see in this contest. He said it might come down to the serve and serve receive and get the serve back, and you put it right in the net. Not a welcome sight.
Oh, and that pass too long for Gallagher. Couldn't get up high enough right there. That pass over her head. Unable to tip it back.
Again, a young team here for the Warriors. 4 sophomores in that starting lineup after losing 5 seniors a year ago. So, young players being thrust into important situations here today.
Well, and that will be a kill right there. Number 18, Megan Cantalina.
Yeah, nice play by Cantalina. She had to kind of track that one down. Pass was a little high and able to get to it, put it down for the point.
And that was a good set by Brooklyn Myers, the Warriors setter. Able to set up Cantalina right there.
I got my scoreboard wrong. I apologize to everybody out there. It's tricky. They put the away points on the wrong side.
I know.
Of this.
It's confusing.
It very much is. I apologize for that. Homer up 1-0 for those out there wondering and scratching their heads. Apologize.
Again, I was going to say good defense again by Homer Center. Megan Williams comes up short right there with the attack into the net. Allison Shingledecker.
It's a wonderful name.
At the service line.
We get to broadcast and hear some wonderful names. That's one of my favorites.
Well, Shingledecker had the dig right there. Off a very strong swing by Megan Williams. And Fatula lets that free ball fall out of bounds for a point to the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's one thing the Lady Wildcats did an excellent job of on Monday is telling which balls, ones were really close to the line, which ones were going to stay in and go out.
Wow, Bella Bentz able to get a hand on it, but that free ball sent across by Williams too long.
Yeah, she just threw her fist at it. It ended up being placed almost perfectly there, Josh.
Yeah.
And training to do that.
Abby Gallagher at the line for the Warriors, and that one came off of her hand very strangely. It didn't even get to the net. It was on the outside of the post.
And again, another instance, they get the serve back and give it back right back to the Wildcats with service error.
That one off the deflection and down for a kill.
Yeah, that was Marley Croyle. She had an excellent night in the quarterfinals on Monday, Josh. I believe she led these Warriors in kills, if I'm not mistaken. I do believe so. Yes, she had 17 kills, Josh. So picking back up where she left off. Oh, what a save.
Wow, Homer able to play it. And a little tip right there, and it works for Marley Croyle.
Another smart play by Croyle. The last 2 points coming off of her hand, and she's had her eyes down the court, knew where no one was. And again, calling those high IQ plays, knowing how to hit it and where to hit it at those moments.
Cheyenne Hoover sends that serve across. Oh, I'll tell you what. Well, that ball landed out of bounds, but it must have been contacted by one of the Warriors. Gabby Page will get credit for that kill.
Yeah, didn't see the signal for it, but as you said, Josh, definitely out of bounds. So my assumption would be that it had to have been touched.
And an ace right there off the right hand of number 28, Anna Cutshaw.
You said the Warriors playing outside of the service errors, playing defense and receiving the serves much better than they did in the first set.
Oh, good dig in the back row by Cutshaw. Well, Sardone sets up Page, and once again, Page goes off that block. As my man Tim Joy would say, washing it off the block.
Or as they say, as you continue to go east, you wash it.
Wash. Good dig there.
What a dig.
Cameron McTavish, great play in the back row by the West Branch libero. And that leads to a point for the Warriors. McTavish getting some low fives out there from the teammates.
Again, that plays right into what the game plan is for these Warriors. They want to do well receiving the serve like you saw there. Now doing the second half of it here with number 13, Croyle at the service line.
Good dig there by Croyle in the back row. Cowder just plays it across. Sardone going to get a chance for a swing. Fatula tries, but is unable to play it back across. Big block there by Cowder. in the middle for West Branch.
Yeah, she looked pretty healthy on that one, Josh. But
Yeah.
ball just kind of ping-ponging around there on the Homer Center side. It looked like it might have had a chance, but boy, oh boy. Nice block, as you said.
Oh, and it drops. Great swing. Ashlyn Kerr right there with the kill. She found that soft spot behind the back row. Dropped it in just in front of the end line. So Gabby Page will serve for the Wildcats. And that was into the block of Cowder. That swing right there by Kerr.
I don't know if that went into tape or kind of high net. It was hard to tell. It looked like it was below where that wall had been set up. I think it was Brooklyn Myers part of it. And there you go, Josh.
Well, you've mentioned it a couple times here, Joe, and that's what Coach Trude was concerned about coming into this one.
I think there are 3 such instances that I can remember here so far in this set alone, maybe. Maybe not, but get the serve back and give it right back.
Oh, just out of bounds right there. Sardone serve just a little too long. The line judge right on that. Quick call.
Back-to-back service errors by both teams. Gives it to the Warriors. Great color scheme, by the way. You don't see that light blue. It's like Kansas colors.
Yeah.
What they say in Kansas, Rock, Chalk, Jayhawk, KU.
Well, that's a double hit right there. Ball handling error. And that goes against number 13, Marley Croyle.
There was a play on words there. I was going to say Rock, Chalk, Jayhawk, KU, and the District 6 semifinals, all chalk.
Yeah.
Top 4 seeds making it, Josh.
That's right. Homer's going to have a chance to set up the offense right here. Sardone across. And that's going to be a kill for Megan Williams. Don't think she got all of that one, but good placement by Williams, and it drops.
Yeah, Homer kind of sustaining a 2 to 1 point lead here over the last few minutes of this one, and now back up to 3 for the first time it feels like in a while. See what kind of pushback the Warriors will give them.
Well, that serve by Kerr just got across. And Kaufman's going to get that kill into the block. Number 18, Megan Cantalina, and another timeout here taken by West Branch. Homer Center has the Warriors reeling a little bit here, Joe.
Yep, want to once again, Josh, thank our good friends. We have to hit it up sometime. Club Savoy.
I know.
Love you guys. Don't know any of you, but we love you nonetheless.
Don't know you, never been there, but
I'd love to, though. Like I said, I got some family out that way.
That's right.
I'm a Heritage Conference guy.
That's right.
Thank you, Club Savoy. Thank you, the families, friends, and fans of Homer Center Lady Wildcats Volleyball. You guys are wonderful. We really appreciate you guys appreciating us. Also want to thank McFadden Machine Company in Blairsville. And then Evolutions 2 Hair Salon.
Get your hair did.
Hashtag
Get your hair
get your
did.
hair did. Get your nails done. Get your hair did. I actually don't want to speak for them. I'm not sure if they do nails. But if they do, hashtag get your hair done. Get your nails did.
That's right.
For those wondering, a Missy Elliott quote. Couldn't even tell you the name of the song, Josh. You would know better than I do.
Yeah, I'm blanking on it right now. And that is a coach's point there for West Branch head coach Terry Trude out of the timeout. Once again, a service error by the Wildcats. It's happened a couple of times so far this evening.
Yeah, coach's point indeed. Great call there, Josh. And Trude, of course, here since 2008 and mentioned to me his daughter and son on the coaching staff. Unfortunately, not able to be here, I don't think, today. So hopefully they'll be tuning in here on High Top Sports Network. Still in the coaching staff despite living pretty far away. I know he said his daughter lives in Chicago. She's a PA out there, but still makes her way here often to help coach this club.
Well, that swing ends up too long for Marley Croyle. Out of bounds, so side out to Homer Center. That's going to send Maya Fatula to the line. 17-13 right now. Wildcats on top. Set number 2 after taking the first set. Good dig by Fatula. Oh, it came off the hoop. Homer Center able to keep it alive. Oh, and I don't know if Fatula should have played that one. It looked like it would have gone a little, possibly long right there, but, as a libero, your first instinct is to play every ball. Fatula stuck an arm out right there, ricocheted off of her, and out of bounds for a Warriors point, and there's an ace.
Yeah, right back at Patola again. She kind of looks over her head coach and kind of sighs a little bit, but some good strikes the last 2 times and a good serve there by the Warriors. More notably, number 5. That's, of course, Abby Gallagher.
Oh, wow. Sardone just played it back.
A little smile there.
Played it out of the net, and then good swing to put it in no man's land there and drop it in for the Wildcats point.
Usually say that's a great eyes down the court in that one, but I think that wasn't intentional. Point there for...
Well, that point will go to Homer Center. The call by the line judge overruled by the up official. So 19 to 15 now.
Wow.
Wildcats on top.
And these West Branch fans not happy with that call, especially now that the lead is up to 4 here in the late stages of set number 2.
And off the block and down. That kill goes for Marley Croyle.
Again, Croyle maybe having to bear a little bit more weight here today, Josh, with her teammate Katrina Cowder. Probably not at 100%. That combo was lethal in their victory on Monday. So a little bit more pressure on Croyle to pick up the slack.
A little too long right there. But they're going to say deflected at the net. So Gabby Page will get credit for a kill off the deflection.
And just a note, a little late here. It was 18 minutes ago, so I apologize. West Shamokin trying to make it an All-Heritage Conference championship. They won set number 1, 25 to 15.
Wow.
So the Heritage team showing up. 2 of the 4 teams in this bracket from the Heritage Conference.
Well, Sardone going to get whistled for that net violation. That will send Marley Croyle back to the service line.
Almost undoubtedly be at the championship game Saturday, especially if it contains 2 Heritage Conference teams, Josh.
Yeah.
Oops. Wrong point for the wrong side.
Croyle into the net right there. Service error once again, Joe. Rearing its ugly head.
And actually just got another message from Jake Bishop. Guilfoyle taking set number 2, 25-19. That one tied up at 1 set apiece.
Well, Cutshaw laid out for that, but unable to play it forward. So the Warriors back down 3.
Again, I always say you get to this point in the set, you got to make a move. You got to kind of have like a sustained run. You're down by 3 still, and your opponent needs just 4 points.
Ooh, off the
Nice
block right there. Kaufman gets it across.
Yeah, nice job by Gallagher and Brooklyn Myers. The wall.
Man.
And there again.
Marley Croyle, hope she's okay. She slid into that. Luckily, it's padded right there.
You can tell she's definitely probably trying to take on a little bit more of a role here, knowing that fellow teammate and second leading kill artist on Monday, not at 100%.
Oh, they're going to get Kaufman for a lift right there.
Homer up by 3, but they need just 3, Josh, to take a 2, set them on lead.
Brooklyn Myers to the line for the Warriors.
Nice downward spiral on that one by Myers.
Now that set by Sardone got between Bentz and Kaufman. Bentz just threw a fist out at it, unable to get it over the net. West Branch back within 2.
by the looks of that last serve by Myers in this one as well. Probably like to have her there as long as they can here at this point in this second set.
Gonna get a chance to set it up here. That's off the deflection. Good save in the back row by Croyle. Sardone sets up Kaufman into the block and down roofed.
Yeah, 5 and 23. That, of course, Abby Gallagher and Matea Karen with a nice defensive effort there. Again, their defense, meaning West Branch, getting more impressive, I think, as this match goes on as well. Moving quickly and setting up quickly, and certainly the case there.
Oh, they're going to roll it in.
Much to the dismay of the Wildcats faithful here, Josh.
Oh, man, that was really close. I mean, the official's right there.
3-0 or a 3-0 run here over the last few volleys here, Josh. Tied back up.
Deuces are wild.
Indeed.
22-22, second set. Oh, and Fatula unable to get to that one. As Abby Gallagher, smart play, just pushed it all the way to the back corner.
Yeah, we
now,
talked.
West Branch on top, sorry.
No, sorry, Josh. I was going to say, we talked a lot about Croyle, but Gallagher playing big here today, knowing that no one was back there, and a little push as Fatula made a diving attempt.
Well, Bella Benson's going to tie this one back up, and Coach Trude kind of jumped right there in frustration. All knotted up at 23. Ashlyn Kerr sends it across. And a big kill right there. Abby Gallagher once again. And as you said, Joe, she is playing big, especially in this second set.
Yeah, you don't know what it means to a team to know that there's the injury bug kind of bit you, and who needs to step up. So it's almost a team-wide thing, and certainly Gallagher showing that that's the case.
Oh, and that one's going to end up short and into the net. Service error. That was Allison Shingledecker, the best name on either of these two rosters.
We're going to say this for sure? You might offend
Allison Shingledecker? That's amazing.
Cantalina, or trying to think about a cool homer. Cutshaw. It's a sweet name.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of great names. I just like saying Shingledecker.
No matter what, we're going to get some extra volleyball here, Josh.
Try that back corner again on the tip by Croyle.
Another nice block by West Branch. What a nice save out of bounds by Williams there too, Josh.
Oh, off the hoop. 25-24, Homer Center.
Man, oh man, you got to feel bad there. I believe, was that Croyle who hit that? I'm not sure, but whatever the case, that thing came straight down off that hoop.
Yeah.
If that hoop's not there, that's a different looking play. It's a tough break.
Megan Williams with a big swing right there, and West Branch is going to be unable to play it back. So Homer Center rallies to take this set 26-24, and now they are up 2-0. West Branch back against the wall right now, Joe.
Yeah, most certainly. Just texting our buddy Jake, letting him know the results of that set, 26-24. Again, going back to what you're saying there, Josh, or excuse me, what I was going to say there, Jake informed us, I didn't much of a chance to mention it, but that game tied up at one set apiece. But here, Homer jumped out to a 2-0 lead against a team that's ranked second in the state, 3 spots ahead of you, ranked, what are we, 2 spots ahead of you in the district rankings. And right now, putting it on, I don't want to say putting it on, but certainly looking like a more effective team out here. And we don't know how much these injuries are bugging West Branch. We certainly know the one to Katrina Cowder. I'm not entirely sure of the other two, but Coach True not making any excuses on the telephone last night. Do we still call them telephones?
Yeah.
Can my cell phone be a telephone?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But anyways, had a chance to talk to him, and he said they weren't making excuses, and that was their the last thing that they kind of talked about at practice last evening, that everybody has adversity. Those were his exact words, Josh. So don't expect them to be using those as an excuse. And an uphill climb now for these Warriors, Josh.
Well, Homer Center's crowd here very energetic.
You'd think this was a homer game.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
And on the other side of the gym, you can hear a pin drop over there on the West Branch side.
In our long careers in media here locally, of course, we worked in print media for quite some time. We know this about several Heritage Conference teams, that when they get into the playoffs, their fans will travel well. Going back to the 2017 District 6 run by West Shamokin girls basketball team, that was one of the more impressive followings I've seen from a team. It seemed like no matter where they went, they overwhelmed the opposing fan base. And not too surprised at this very excitable Homer fan base doing the same here. And speaking of that Homer fan base, the friends and family and fans of Homer Center are a big supporter of tonight's broadcast. We thank you folks so much. Very grateful and humbled by your support. Also would like to thank our friends at Evolutions 2 Hair Salon. Hashtag get your hair did.
Get your hair did.
Of course, McFadden Machine Company in Blairsville. Thank you to the fine folks of McFadden Machine Company. We appreciate you here on High Top Sports Network. And lastly, but not least, Club Savoy.
Man, I got to get there.
Yep, it's on my bucket list now.
Yep.
You know, some people are like, oh, I want to go to Punta Cana, or I want to like, I want to hike the Alps. Not me. I want to go to Club Savoy.
That's right.
So, if they want to send me a message, welcome me sometime. I'll make the trek down 422, hop on 119, and hang out with my new friends at Club Savoy.
No diggity, no doubt. Third set underway, and it starts with a West Branch point.
I think if I'm Homer at this point, I want the opposing team to score the first point. Their success rate when that's the case, Josh, through the roof so far in these playoffs.
Brooklyn Myers will serve for the Warriors. And that is too long there by Brooklyn Myers.
And that's got to be so frustrating for Coach True. That was the single most important thing that he talked about and emphasized to me, that they wanted to be good at the service line. Been far too many, I think, today for his liking.
Oh, yeah. And that's one thing that Homer Center has done really, really well. From the service line, very effective. That block. And that will be Marley Kaufman.
Best number in the court. Best number in the court.
2-4.
That's right. Told the fans out there that I had the number 4 Kobe.
That's right.
Adam asked me if he thought that Kobe chose it for me, and I said, I don't know. Maybe.
Well, there's an ace right there. Great serve by Ashlyn Kerr. Just fired that across right there. And West Branch unable to return the serve.
I've been the center of some jokes for this Homer Center team, telling them to pump the brakes and not get too excited before the game's over. And so I have to mention this one just because I gotta. It's like you got to now at this point.
Well, Megan Williams comes up short right there. That set coming all the way across, and it looked like a good set. Williams unable to make solid contact into the net.
And I do want to note here, Josh, just kind of paying attention to the rotations. Katrina Cowder not in there very much. You can tell that injury is affecting her, and I'm sure that's a huge blow to these Warriors.
Well, Williams going to get a kill right there. Previous swing, not so great, but that one, a rocket.
Yeah, the look on Marley Croyle's face, kind of glancing at her head coach and kind of just at a loss for words.
Well, smart play right there by Cameron McTavish to lay off that ball. Served by Kaufman, too long. McTavish thought about playing it, but pulled her hands down in time. So service error for Homer.
Just had a great idea.
Which is?
When I go to Club Savoy with my new friends, I'm going to stop at Evolutions too and get my hair did.
That's right.
Why not? Maybe my nails done and my hair did. Oh, nice cross-court shot there, Josh.
Good dig there by Brooklyn Myers. Another good dig, this time by Marley Croyle, keeping it alive for West Branch. Williams.
Ooh.
Oh, and Bentz. The ball handling error right there, the double hit. She tried to set it across there for Gabby Page, and it just came off her hands weird. And one thing Tim Toy taught me was you look for the spin more than, the sound.
I feel like we need to get Tim Toy to the championship game if we, in fact, do it here on High Top Sports Network.
Well, Macy Sardone going to get that kill as it comes down right on the line, right in front of West Branch head coach Terry Trude. Oh, and Fatula was right there, and she's telling Bentz, hey, I was right behind you. I'm able to dig that out. Bentz threw a hand up there, deflected it out of bounds. So we're tied up at 5.
Words of the movie are frozen. She told her teammate to let it go. I could be wrong.
No, those are definitely the words.
No, I mean what she told her teammate.
No, I think
something of that variation.
That's actually what she said.
Okay, well. What a save!
Fatula, unbelievable, just completely laying out and able to keep it alive for the moment.
Oh, boy!
Oh,
wow!
At the net right there is Page. Oh, free ball across here, so Homer Center going to get a chance to set it up. Page, dug out by Myers. Another free ball, and that's going to be a ball handling error on Cameron McTavish.
Yeah, backs against the walls. West Branch is unable to outduel the Wildcats in these long rallies.
Williams, a laser right over the top of the net. And Page going to get that kill. Nice set by Sardone. So Homer Center back on top by a couple here. Williams continues to serve once again right over the top of the net. Oh, and Fatula again was in position right there. Elena Fabian stuck a hand out.
Josh, if I may, I want to give a quick shout out to the one and only Jesse Schreckengast. Just text me. He's tuning in. That's your brother. For those out there that don't know, you might be familiar with him.
I know that guy.
Yeah, we know him. But he's out there watching, and appreciate you tuning in, Jess. We love you, and we'll see you soon.
Oh, good kill right there.
Yes, it was. No
Megan
chance.
Cantalina.
Yeah, sorry, Josh. I was going to say no chance for number 3. I don't see that on the Homer roster, though. Oh, there we go. That's Elena Fabian. Apologize. Really, that was coming on her pretty quick.
Oh, big block right there. That was Cowder. So in there playing that middle blocker position. Now West Branch on top. 8-7.
Resilient bunch here. As I said, backs against the wall. Do or die here in set number 3 for these guys.
Too long right there. Ashlyn Kerr unable to put it down.
Historic season for these Wildcats, Josh. And the fans, the team, they can smell it, but these Warriors might have something to say.
Well, side out to Homer now. That's going to be Gabby Page to the service line for the Wildcats.
Yeah, substitution there for the Warriors as well. Going out is number 9, Savannah Hoover.
Page into the net. Service error. She will sit down if Fatula checks back in. Wow, big swing right there by Kerr. Able to go off the block and down.
Yeah, West Branch with some really wicked serves here. I don't want to take anything away from Homer's, but West Branch has been just as powerful off the hand, and Homer just looking excellent on that serve receive, Josh.
Ooh, skims the tape right there. Served by Sardone. Good dig by Sardone. And Kerr going to get another kill. Tied back up, 10 apiece.
Yeah, that looked like the up person there, number 22, Shiana Hoover. I might have been better off leaving that one go. So there's somebody kind of right behind her.
Well, the service error is starting to catch up to the Wildcats a little bit here.
Yeah, certainly their most plagued, or service error plagued set so far, Josh. Another one there. Helping West Branch stay into this third set, stay alive.
Well, we're going to get an ace there from Brooklyn Myers.
And again, to my point, and maybe commentators jinx there, I was talking about how great Homer was doing from the, as far as serve receive. But Myers, she's been excellent at the service line.
Oh, Sardone, quick set to Kaufman. She hammers it down through the block for a kill. Megan Williams going to check back in for the Wildcats as Kerr heads to the service line.
You know, and funny thing is, we've watched some really competitive volleyball this year, Josh. And several games that went 5 sets, particularly when one team won the first 2 and somebody would battle back to win those final 3.
Wow, what a swing by Williams, but out of bounds.
Some discussion.
Well, the Homer Center faithful want a deflection there, but
they were asking the line judge here on the West Branch side of things. But to no avail.
Oh, Williams to the back row right there. Good rally here between these two teams. Sardone tries to set up Kaufman. Is able to punch it across there. Oh, what a dig by Fatula in the back row. Oh, and Megan Williams comes up short into the net. Attack error on Homer Center.
It's almost too easy for Williams when she's standing on her feet like that, not up in the air. It seems like she's 100% accurate, and her kill percentage is 100% when she's leaping for it. But when she has to stand on her flat feet like that, she's had a couple problems with that here today.
And, you know, that set wasn't perfect right there. And she was able to get off the ground, as you said, body control, kind of hang in the air and go back against the grain, able to put it down.
Yeah, just got to give her a set that's probably 10 feet in the air so she can go up and get it. 'Cause we all know she can jump out of the gym.
Oh, nice kill right there by number 13, Marley Croyle. Talking about going against the grain. She went all the way back across the court and able to drop that one in.
Yeah, nice cross-court shot there by Croyle. Again, putting this team on her back.
Well, Gabby Page going to get credit for that kill. The ball ricocheted backward. West Branch unable to play it. Bella Bentz will serve here for the Wildcats. Oh, too long right there. Another service error for Homer Center in this third set. As you said, kind of plagued by it in this third set.
Yeah, they look pretty sharp from the line in set number 1 and 2, but I'd almost venture to guess that they've had more errors here in set number 3 as they had in those first 2 sets combined. Don't have the official numbers there, but at least the eye test and just the way it feels tell me that.
And right back. Service error on Savannah Hoover for West Branch. So Megan Williams with the jump serve. And unable to play it. So an ace for Megan Williams. Cameron McTavish tried her best to get it across there. Just unable to find it inbound. Oh, man, again into the net. Another service error for the Wildcats. And after that one, Megan Williams put her hands on her head right there in frustration. Certainly a little snake bit from the service line here in this set. Oh, skims the tape. And an ace.
Yeah, back up to a 3-point cushion. Royal doing a nice job from the line.
Another ace for Croyle right there. That one went off of Elena Fabian and out of bounds.
I want to say that the Warriors have yet to have a lead this big in this set, Josh. Up by 4 now. Kind of just hovering around 3 and score now 19-15.
Again, 3 straight aces for Marley Croyle and a timeout. First of the evening called by Homer Center head coach Hope Phi. First timeout used in this match.
Yeah, and since we have a little break here, Josh, want to thank the friends, or the parents, family, friends, fans of Homer Center Wildcats Volleyball. We appreciate you guys sponsoring a portion of today's broadcast. You guys are wonderful, and we've really enjoyed being a part of this run with you folks. I would also like to thank our friends at McFadden Machine Company of Blairsville. Another group of our friends. Can't forget about Evolutions 2 Hair Salon hashtag.
Get your hair did.
Yep. And last but certainly not least, my very good new friends at Club Savoy. Thank you, Club Savoy.
We should also make mention, Coach Phi talked to us a little bit before the game, and she said also to thank the volleyball boosters at Homer Center.
A very wonderful group.
Well, coach's point for Coach Phi right there. Out of the timeout, service error by West Branch. And that's a big side out for the Wildcats. And it's really interesting to have this vantage point, Joe, watching Coach Phi and Coach Trude kind of just having a conversation throughout this match, you know, familiar with one another through club volleyball as well.
Yeah, we mentioned that. Go ahead, Josh, I'm sorry.
No, that was Calder right there with her. You know, she's been limited. She checks out right now. She's got some of that athletic tape on. As you said, lower body.
But I was going to say, the two teams, Crossfire and Team Slam, I believe. The kind of the travel volleyball teams that these two coaches participate in.
Oh, blocked at the net by Kaufman. That's a big defensive play for the Wildcats.
First time we've seen the Wildcats behind late in a set. Do they have what it takes to score 7 points before the Warriors can score 4? We shall see.
Well, West Branch with a good save right there. Going to set up Kerr. Nice dig in the back row by McTavish. Too long on the attack for Megan Cantalina. So we saw a little bit of a rally out of the Wildcats in set number 2, trying to put together another one here in set number 3.
Oh,
That looked dangerously close to a lift right there, Joe.
well, I was going to say into the net. Looked like that. West Branch kind of lucky there.
Good dig. Oh, nice bump set from Sardone to Kerr, and she puts it down with authority.
And Josh just got word from our buddy Jacob DeLuca that the West Shamokin Wolves have taken set number 3 with a 25-20 win. They are now up 2-1. If things continue down this path, both in this game and that one, you folks will have an all-heritage conference, all-heritage conference District 6 Class A final at Altoona on Saturday. You bet your bottom dollar High Top will be there.
Yes, sir.
Anyone you want to thank?
Oh, I want to thank just everybody that's made this volleyball season so memorable for me. I really feel that, I'm a sports guy. And you get to a point of sports knowledge where you think, I'm not going to learn anything really all that new. And this year, most especially, I have learned more about volleyball than I think I've learned about any sport in such a short period of time. So everyone who's made this volleyball season worthwhile for High Top Sports Network, you taught me a few things.
Yeah, and to your point there, Coach Trude said that when he watched our broadcast at the Heritage Conference Championship, he's like, did you guys play volleyball? And we're like, no, we just have a good buddy named Tim Toy.
Yeah, that's right. Wow, big swing. They're looking for a deflection, but no call. We are all knotted at 21 apiece, Joe.
Boy.
Wildcats have fought their way back into this third set. Sardone just gets it across. Petula with the dig. Oh, and it falls. Petula with the dig, and Sardone tried to play it. Bella Benz could not get there. West Branch back on top by a point.
You talked about the season, how unique it's been for volleyball here in High Top Sports Network. High Top Sports Network has had the honor of broadcasting the first ever PIAA volleyball game that took place on grass.
Big ace right there by Brooklyn Myers, and she is more relieved than anything because I think she thought whenever she let that go, it was going into the net.
Yet another service error, but no, not so fast.
Another ace by Myers, so set point here for West Branch.
Yeah, a couple of difficulties here later in this set receiving those serves. We saw 3 consecutive aces earlier on, and another one there from Myers.
Oh, good diving dig right there, but that ball handling error goes against West Branch. Well, Homer Center still alive in set number 3. Ashlyn Kerr to the line for the Wildcats. Starting to hear some signs of life out of the loud crowd over there, Joe. An ace for Kerr.
Oh, man, just when you think that the Warriors are on their way to a set victory and making things more interesting here, a ace, as you mentioned, Josh. So this one not over yet. We know that Homer needs at least 1 point here to make sure that we get some extra volleyball, as the case was in the last set. But let me go back to my point. We talked about how great this volleyball season has been and some unique moments, some really awesome games. I know you were a part of a breast cancer awareness game at Plum. Those folks were just wonderful and wanted to have us there, and we were glad to do it. And then, of course, the outdoor game at Ellen Toy Memorial Court in Vandergrift.
Packed the park.
Packed the park indeed. And first ever game that counted in PIAA history on grass. So incredibly humbled and incredibly grateful to be a part of some really awesome moments this season. And here's another one right now happening in front of us. So thanks to everybody who made that possible.
Oh, and too long right there from Kerr. Coach Trude, he gets the coach's point.
He does indeed.
Right there on set point, coming out of that timeout. Kerr just a little bit too long. So we will head to set number 4 here shortly. West Branch able to fight their way back into this match, taking set number 3, 25-23.
It wasn't like it was a dominant win, though, for West Branch. Homer keeping it competitive. Again, you certainly like to win that set. You know that it's important. You got to win it to play the force. You got to win it to force a 4 set. But still an uphill climb here. Homer not going away quietly. And any kind of comeback effort on behalf of the Warriors.
I want to say a special thanks once again to West Branch Athletic Director Dave Williamson. Just awesome.
Yeah, tremendous guy. I even told him I'd love to be covering more games in this gym. Wouldn't want to take the drive, though.
Oh, no.
Wouldn't want the 2-hour drive. But certainly really enjoyed talking to him before this one. Very accommodating, very friendly, just a terrific guy. And also I want to thank Terry Trude as well. He wanted me to also mention his assistant, Brianna Hayward, too. Of course, on the Homer side, I think we have those as well. The assistant coach, of course, Sarah Fulton, and head coach Hope Fye. So 2 coaching staffs who wanted to make mention of their assistant coaches, knowing that they can't do what they do without the help of those very important staff members. So shout out to everybody, especially my friends at Club Savoy. Love them.
And Evolutions, too.
Yeah,
salon.
get your hair did. And then also, too, while I'm at it, the friends and family and parents of Homer Center Wildcats Volleyball. And last but certainly not least, Josh.
McFadden Machine Company.
That's right. In Blairsville.
That's right.
No Blairsville anymore. I'm a Heritage guy. I grew up, playing basketball in the Heritage. And, we had a great rivalry at Marion Center when I was in high school with Blairsville. But that's no more. River Valley.
The River Valley Panthers.
Yeah, no Salzburg either, so it's really strange. And then you add a Cambria Heights into there. You lose Ligonier. You lose a Laurel Valley. They added Portage.
Yeah.
So a different look. And West Shamokin really added there since I graduated what feels like a century ago. But yeah, it's a different looking Heritage Conference. But shout out to the folks at the Heritage Conference. Jody Rainey, one of those very important figures there that has just kept making that conference strong and grow. And despite the changing landscape, making it successful. Clearly 2 teams left in the Final 4 of Class A District 6 volleyball.
Well, set number 4 now underway here in this District 6 Class A semifinal. And guess what? West Branch scored the first point of the set, Joe.
I'm sure Homer doesn't mind it at this rate. Again, all the sets won on Monday, all 3 of them. Bellwood Antis scoring the first point in those, and of course Homer going on to win them. Maybe instead of telling Homer like I have to not take their foot off, or not celebrate too early, maybe I need to tell them not to take their foot off the gas here as the West Branch Warriors take a 2-0 lead, Josh.
Abby Gallagher with that kill, tipped right over the block. And an ace. Big time service ace right there by Cameron McTavish. We saw her do quite a bit of that in set number 3.
Well, I know I mentioned that Homer probably didn't mind that West Branch got the first point of the set, but I'm going to guess that they didn't want him to get the first 3.
Yeah. That's a fair assessment, I would say.
Use my brain on that one. Very large a brain.
They love Joe Rhodes' big brain. Oh, wow, what a kill. West Branch is rolling right now after taking that set.
And looking at the faces on the Homer players right there, Josh, a different look there. Kind of a serious, stunned look that they fall behind 4-0. Gotta wonder if the momentum shifted here on the side of the Warriors.
And too long. McTavish. Service error right there.
I apologize, Josh. I was going to say, you got to wonder what if you're West Branch. Again, the trend from the quarterfinal game on Monday. Again, the case here, not having a great night from the service line.
Sardone sends it, and she's too long. So back-to-back service errors. One by West Branch, one by Homer Center. Now 5-1. The Warriors are on top. Ooh, into the net. That was Brooklyn Myers with the service error right there.
Yeah, you take those out of the equation here in set number 4, Josh, and this is a 5-0 West Branch lead, possibly 7-0 if they would win those points. So, again, these service errors, the story again.
Wow.
Oh!
What a dig by McTavish. Kaufman got a huge swing at that and ends up in the net on the attack error for West Branch. But wow, McTavish standing in the line of fire right there. Marley Kaufman hammered it.
Yeah, McTavish with some ridiculous reflexes there. That didn't think she had a chance at it, but dug it out perfectly.
Quick set and a kill for Abby Gallagher. She's been quiet. Called her name a bunch in that first set.
And Josh, you're right. That quick set was every reason why the Warriors were able to get the point. Homer not able to get set up in time on the defensive side. Maybe a strategy they should continue to use here.
Now that's trouble right there. You get into no man's land.
And give the kill to Williams, and as she struck that ball, Josh, I was thinking to myself, it's been a while since we've called her name. She's been a little bit quiet here in that last set, and but, making her presence felt there in that last point.
Wow, big kill. Able to keep it on the inside of that antenna is Marley Croyle. When that set went up, I thought she's going to have a difficult time keeping this in. She did a great job there. Marley Croyle with the kill.
Yeah, she's been impressive all night.
Well, the point goes to the Wildcats.
And the referee there on the perch had to get overruled by someone. He turned his head not quickly enough and thought that ball, or that point rather, was to the Warriors.
So they're correcting the scoreboard here, 7-5. West Branch on top. Oh, too long right there, Megan Williams.
Yeah, and if you're a West Branch fan and you see her get such a clean look there, you're almost holding your breath. Not that you have to hold it too long, because by the time it gets off her hand, it's basically on the other end of the gym. It's a lightning bolt off of her hand, but that one just a bit too long.
Oh, Sardone. Kerr tried to play it off the serve, and Sardone couldn't dig it out of the net. So that one will drop in. West Branch back up to a 4-point lead here in set number 4. Wow, good save right there. And somehow, some way, gets across and drops. Cheyenne Hoover threw out an arm and able to save it. She will head to the service line.
I'm not sure if West Branch has had a lead of 5 or more here all night long. They do now, Josh.
I think weren't they up 7 at one point in the last set?
Been a lot of volleyball here.
6 or 7.
I could be wrong. I'm usually wrong. Just ask all of my exes.
Do they live in Texas?
Hopefully.
It's a George Strait reference.
I'm aware, but I...
Hopefully. Well, an ace right there. So the Wildcats fighting back.
And commentators jinx, I talked about the score being largely in favor of West Branch there, and the Wildcats strike quickly for 2 points and knock it down to just 3, Josh.
Anna Cutshaw continues to serve for Homer Center. Oh, Sardone. Good dig again by McTavish. And there's a block, but blocked out of bounds. And that was Gabby Page and Sardone going up.
Was that Croyle that had the kill there, Josh? Yeah, another nice job of that young lady trying to keep her team in this.
Well, Croyle will serve now for the Warriors. And in there with a big block, Katrina Cowder in the middle.
Yeah, Calder's got some height to her advantage there and really didn't have to jump too high. Not a great strike on the ball. Didn't allow her to just kind of put her hands up and knock that one down.
Well, she's listed at 5'10", so formidable presence there in the middle. Well, that'll be a kill for Gabby Page.
20 points into this set, Josh, and for the first time, I think, all night, I feel like the Warriors are sort of the more aggressive and more dominant team, I guess. They're looking sharp.
Well, that one's going to drop, so Ashlyn Kerr, oh, man.
She's a gamer. She's good.
Well, she's definitely fired up. Marley Croyle saw her, getting her teammates fired up on the bench before she came back in this rotation. Jump serve by Fatula. Wow, that was Cowder. And that quick set to her. As you said, Joe, she doesn't have to jump very high at 5'10".
No.
Able to put it down with some ferocity.
Yeah, and again, a quick set working well for West Branch. We saw them keeping that Homer defense at bay. Doing it again there.
Sardone sets up Kaufman. That is in. Woo! I'll tell you what. That was dangerously close.
It was indeed, and that's the one thing just watching that play. It doesn't seem as though these hitters have had much of a chance in this set, too, to get some clean looks. That one right there was for the player wearing the best number in the gym.
Oh, that was hit hard by Kerr, but played in the back row. Bentz,
what a save!
Able to keep it alive. Fatula just sends it across. Good rally once again. And a kill in the middle. That was Abby Gallagher.
Yeah, again, doing a good job of seeing where that the defense kind of shifted to that far side and bringing it here to the near side. It's Gallagher. A little breeze in here, Josh.
Yeah, I know. I felt that. Must have a door open somewhere. Oh, collision in the back row between Kerr and Cutshaw. And that'll fall in for an ace, Brooklyn Myers.
And as stated, we've seen the Warriors kind of hold on to that 5-point lead. Maybe you'll dip to 4 here for a couple moments, but kind of keeping it to that 5-point lead that we've seen here.
Oh,
make it 6.
Yeah, make it 6 indeed. Another ace by Myers. She has been very strong at the service line. Now all the momentum with the Warriors as Homer Center head coach Hope Fye calls a timeout.
Yeah, Josh, and certainly coming out, the aggressor here have been the Warriors. They look pretty solid here in set number 4, looking to tie this thing up. And that would have seemed unfathomable just a few moments ago, especially following set number 2. It was all Homer Center, pretty dominant. Rarely did it feel like West Branch had the upper hand, but they certainly do here in this 4th set, looking as sharp as they have all night. Oh, and shout out to all of our wonderful friends, Club Savoy. Evolutions 2 Hair Salon, of course. Get your hair did. McFadden Machine Company, and the wonderful parents, family, and fans of Homer Center Wildcats Volleyball.
And thanks to the boosters as well. Service error out of the timeout right there. Myers kind of patting herself on the chest saying, that's my bad.
Another coach's point.
We've seen quite a few of those tonight.
We have.
Telling you what, we always talk about this. I got to get one of those chairs.
I know, my man
For
here is
basketball
looking real
season.
comfy.
We can lean back, got some good support. Service error there by the Wildcats, 17-11.
Yeah, and that's a trend that's been continuing. They were very good, the Wildcats, at the service line early on in this match, but letting that slip here a little bit in these last few sets.
Well, Williams.
Oh,
good hustle.
what an effort.
That was, once again, Marley Croyle laying out. We've seen her do that a couple of times tonight.
And of course, you folks couldn't see it out there, but my goodness, that was a dangerous play. But she put her body on the line and slid about a good, oh boy, like 13 feet.
Yeah. Megan Williams, bang. Well, starting to see a little bit of life here out of the Wildcats.
You could see Williams after she got the dig there, looking right over at her setter and saying, give it right back here. And sure enough, she put that one in. And that's something, if you're Homer, you want to get back to. Get the ball to Williams when you can.
Well, once again, she's set up. Good dig by McTavish. Said that quite a few times tonight. Into the block right there. Bella Pence. And Gabby Page putting the roof on it.
Josh, got to tell you, a good one going on at Bishop Guilfoyle. The Marauders taking the 4th set, 25-19. That one will go into a 5th and final decisive set there. The first of 15 moves on to the District 6 Class A championship game to face either these Wildcats or the Warriors. So we'll keep you posted on that one. Again, that other semifinal on the other side of the bracket, also on High Top Sports Network. So if you got 2 computers, you just turn them both on and watch both at the same time. That's living right there, Josh.
Or a phone.
Or a phone.
Or TV.
TV, smart TVs. We're on there too. Download the Boxcast app. You can watch us in 1080p. But yeah, that one will go into a 5th and decisive final set to decide who moves on to play either these Wildcats or Warriors.
Well, Kaufman out of the timeout, sends it across. Too long from the back row. That was Megan Cantalina. And back to a 2-point game here in set number 4, Joe.
If you're Homer, you really don't want to let this go to a 5th set like that game we just mentioned.
And a big kill right there. Once
Anything,
again, Abby Gallagher.
saying, Josh, anything can happen in that 5th set. And at that point, then you've kind of let the Warriors kind of seize that momentum, winning the last 2 sets. So if you're Homer, you want to do all you can here to not let that happen.
Well, Fatula and Kerr nearly collided there. Well, Williams will get the kill off a great set by Sardone.
And you're trailing by 2 here late in this set. You got to try your best to try to find Williams on that far side because, again, her kill percentage when she gets it over there is mighty, gonna be mighty high.
Well, attack error right there into the net. Marley Croyle coming up short. A 1-point game here. Wildcats with the momentum. Snatched it back. Well, Page twice right there.
Wow.
2 big blocks.
That'll tie it up at 18 all. Wondering if you'd see a timeout from Coach True, but not the case. And Bence, we go back to the line, Josh.
Well, there's Williams into the block right there. Homer able to play it. Oh,
Phew. Better serve to let that one go.
yeah. And again, Megan Williams on a roll. As Homer is in front for the first time in this set.
Again, you might have been expecting a timeout here on the West Branch side, but not the case. I would assume if Homer gets another point, that would be the case.
Well, that's deflected. Williams again with a kill.
Not to brag, Josh, I was going to say, I said, if you're Homer, feed her the ball.
Yeah.
She's been so solid in the playoffs, both the Heritage Conference Championship and the quarterfinal on Monday. And it's clearly a big reason why Homer's been able to pull in front by 2 here. Boy, oh boy. She's able to really kind of stabilize things here for the Wildcats when they get down. Good one going on. I wish we were tuning into that, but you can't do that and cover a game at the same time.
It's kind of impossible.
Pretty much impossible, but you know what isn't impossible? Getting your hair did at Evolution's 2 Hair Salon.
That's right.
Also, too, another great place, McFadden Machine Company of Blairsville. The friends, family, parents, and the fine folks who support Homer Center Wildcats Volleyball, and their booster program as well. Wonderful people that allowed us and made it possible for us to be here today for this District 6 semifinal, Josh.
Don't forget Club Savoy.
They know I love them.
Oh, too long. Out of the timeout. Bella Bence. Just about a foot.
Coach Trude calling that timeout at the perfect time, Josh. I was wondering if he should have called it a play earlier, a point earlier, but that's why he's been doing it since 2008 here at West Branch.
Got a lot of ICC conference championships up on that banner.
Yes, sir.
Now that set was a little bit behind Gabby Page, so 2020 was a horrible year, but that's the score.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think anybody out there is going to disagree with you.
Oh, and oh man. I have to wait for the flag to go up because I almost called that in.
Yeah, that was definitely out. That was a good call by that gentleman. I mean, they need one of those like tennis machines, you know, if anybody wants to actually challenge it. You know, when they want to replay in tennis.
Wow, and I don't know if you caught that right there. Maya Fatula nearly served out of order.
Yeah.
And that would have been a costly mistake at this juncture.
Oh, nice little move there.
Well, Kerr, too long. Ashlyn Kerr with the attack error.
Back and forth here, Josh, I feel like until somebody decides to score 2 consecutive points.
Yeah. Wow. And that serve was unbelievable by Marley Croyle. Skimmed the tape. Perfect placement. Cutshall couldn't get to it. Big ace right there.
She was pumped.
Another great serve. Good dig by Fatula to play it. Oh, collision right there on the West Branch side.
Oh.
And it looks like Cowder's shaken up a little bit.
She most certainly is. And
she kind of got locked up with Cantalina.
Yeah, and West Branch kind of catching a break there, though. They were kind of several players laying on the ground, and Homer unable to take advantage of it, just kind of having a free ball to cross.
Wow, great play right there. Brooklyn Myers, high IQ play there, Joe.
Absolutely. That's what I like to call him, and it was. Myers, another impressive performance on the side of the Warriors. She's, again, a lot of those plays, a lot of high IQ plays and very little mistakes from that young lady. And Homer not getting as many good sets as they had in certainly the first two sets, Josh.
Well, Sardone sets up Kaufman, but she's too long right there. So we are at set point here in set number 4.
And the Warriors trying to make both semifinals go 5 games, Josh.
And Cameron McTavish at the line. Chance to win this 4th set for the Warriors. Into the block and down. So we will have a 5th set here in this District 6 Class A semifinal between West Branch and Homer Center.
Yeah, just texting our buddy Jake, letting him know the outcome here.
I gotta stand up.
25-22. Let me type it out. But yeah, that one, we both semifinal games then will go to 5 sets. As Adam Morganti, our good friend on Monday, informed the folks, the 5th set just 15 points, best first to 15. So, just in case anybody out there didn't, who would choose to tune into a volleyball game and not know the rules, this one will go to just 15 points. But we'll certainly let you know what's going on in that other semifinal game between the Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders and the West Shamokin Wolves. The winner of that will take on the winner of this one you see on your screen here.
Well, one thing that I learned this year,
Yes?
this is a sprint. The 5th set is a sprint. I mean, you got to go hard
Yeah.
because you can't let a lead swell in this 5th set. It's too hard to come back.
Yeah, not to mention, Josh, I said the importance for Homer to try their best to win that 4 sets after winning the first 2, because you figure now the momentum has to be on the side of the Warriors, and give them some credit here. No matter what happens, even if the Wildcats would pull this one out, the resiliency to fall down 2-0 and to come back like they did. But now I'm afraid that I jinxed it early on in the game. I said we had so many great matches where somebody would win the first 2, and then the other team would storm back. Especially good teams. We saw it, I believe, Hampton and Freeport were one of those, and then what was the other one? Armstrong Freeport, I want to say. So all those teams made it to the Final 4 of Class 3A in the Whippeal, and these 2 teams are of the same caliber playing here in the semifinals of District 6 Class A. Again, shout out to my friends at Club Savoy.
Also, Evolution's 2 Hair Salon in Indiana.
Get your hair did. And also the fine, wonderful folks at McFadden Machine Company.
In Blairville.
Count it.
And, of course, friends, family, fans of Homer Center Wildcats volleyball as well.
And you out there listening.
As the Boosters program. And Coach True across to the loud crowd.
Oh, yeah, Coach True laying down the law. The sheriff, as they call him around here. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it.
Well, set number 5 upcoming here.
Boy, oh boy, did you think we were going to have a 5th set, Josh, after Homer took a 2-0 lead?
You know what? I've seen it so many times this year, I could have said yes.
Just as I said, the body language, reading the body language right now. If you're Homer, you want to get a couple quick points here to feel like you turn things around because, again, just the body language alone looks like it favors West Branch.
Oh, he called it in.
I mean, I think that's the right call there. That looked pretty doggone close. If that one that everybody was complaining about they thought was out, then or was in, excuse me, then that one certainly was. And West Branch with them the first point.
Yep.
It's the case as it's been. Did they get in the last set, Josh? Yep. So
Yeah,
5 for 5 now.
Oh, and a service error. And you know what? In these last two sets, set 3 and set 4, they've really done a good job of minimizing those mistakes on the service line. Something that, as you said, kind of plagued them in those first two sets.
Yeah, great point, Josh. And that loud crowd momentarily. It's loud as it's been all night.
Well, Kaufman right there at the net. Not sure if she got a piece of that or if it came up short.
Yeah, we got the number 2 and the number 5 team in the state here. I said it might as well go 5 sets. Yeah, Homer just not able to get their hitters set up.
Yeah, the passing hasn't been as clean in these last couple of sets. That was a good pass right there, but big time block on the West Branch side. Shuts down the attack by Kerr. And that ball falls in on the Homer Center side.
Brooklyn Myers keeping those hands up a little longer, almost like a follow through in basketball.
Yeah. Oh, good serve by Myers right there.
Again, just not able to set those hitters up.
Oh, he called that one in. I don't know about that.
That one, I don't know if I agree with.
Well, Coach Vi holding the ball.
Yeah.
Well, they do give the point to Homer Center, and I think Coach Vi just holding the ball out there.
Yep.
Like, you going to change it?
And that didn't make the home crowd too happy there. This should be an interesting. It should be interesting to watch how things end here, Josh.
Oh, Williams too long right there, and that was a good pass from Sardone, and they're going to call it deflection.
Oh,
So
boy.
there was contact.
What a swing, Josh. This could be a 4-2 lead for either team at this point. That last call and now this one. Boy, oh boy. If only there was a replay. For a sport this quick, there should be something, a device invented.
Yeah.
And if you're the Warriors right now, you got to be so upset, at least momentarily here, because you could be up right now
5.
Yeah. Instead, you're down 4-3. And regardless of what happened there, I'm not sure. Coach Vi might have bought a point there, though. Holding on to it and waiting for a call.
Well, Megan Williams right there. And when you get her set up, as we've said numerous times tonight, she's going to put the hammer down.
And you don't want to see this final set come down to close plays like these last few. You don't want one team to feel jaded, one fan base to feel jaded, but hopefully the remainder of this one is pretty clean cut and the points are pretty obvious.
Oh, miscommunication right there between Myers and Gallagher leads to a point for the Wildcats. That one falls in. So Kaufman will serve here for the Wildcats. Big block right there by Gabby Page. And a timeout called by West Branch head coach Terry Trude. And as I said, Joe, it's a sprint. Don't want to let that lead get too big.
Yeah, Josh, and I have to say, Homer has looked as impressive over this last little stretch here as they have pretty much since set number 2. Certainly not looking their best in that last set with the passing. Certainly not getting themselves in good position for the kill. But right there you saw Williams doing what she did so well in those first 2 sets, all because that pass was put where it needed to be. So Homer looking a little bit more like themselves. And let's see the response from West Branch.
Big swing right there. Hammered down by Marley Croyle. She's played an excellent game this evening.
When I asked what kind of response you might see from West Branch, and go figure, it would be Croyle, who appeared to be kind of the heart and soul of this team here tonight.
That one's going to be at the net. Cowder's going to have a chance. Good dig by Bence. Oh, and the free ball gets across and drops.
And Fatola looking as surprised as anybody in here.
Yeah, exactly. It's a shock and disbelief right there from Maya Fatola.
She just mouthed to her coach, sorry.
Hey, it worked. Oh, it skims the net.
Wow.
Good play right there by Cantalina just to keep that alive.
Oh, Sardone with a heck of a sliding set.
Well, somebody's taking flash photography across the way.
Yeah,
And it just heard, turn the flash off because it is distracting.
I've been yelled at for doing it in games, Josh.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have too, being in the newspaper industry.
Well, Bence with the service error right there. But I mean, Sardone twice was in position to make plays, and that flash went off right as she was making the play. And I mean, it's extremely distracting for an athlete.
Commentator.
I
Throws
mean,
me off my game.
I looked right at it, seeing the little blinky spots. Wow. And that one hits the line right there, right in front of the line judge.
Well placed, and for those out there quickly, it will be, drumroll, Bishop Guilfoyle, Josh, moving on to the
Wow.
championship, downing West Shamokin 17-15.
Wow. So Megan Williams with another kill right here, and she's been excellent in this fifth set. Excellent all night, really.
So the West Shamokin Wolves season ends, and it took some extra points in set number 5 for the Marauders to down our friends at West Shamokin 17-15 in set number 5.
You know what I just thought of? And that is a kill right there. That one skimmed the tape.
What'd you just think about?
Wolves, Warriors, Wildcats. The only team that's not a W name is the Marauders.
What's that about? We can call them the Wawadas for the night. I've had better jokes. I'll do better next time.
10-7 right now. Just gets it across. And that's going to be an ace for Marley Croyle. So you wonder if Coach Fye might call a timeout here.
Got to imagine it's coming here soon. Do you wait until it's tied? Do you wait until it's a 1-point margin? We shall see.
Marley Croyle sends it. Oh, misplayed in the back row.
And I like the call there. She does take the timeout. Team just kind of seeming out of sync these last few points. But real quickly, I want to congratulate the Wolves on yet another wonderful season. Not the outcome that they wanted, being that they were the defending District 6 champions. But their season, unfortunately, will end at the hands of the Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders tonight. So it'll be the Marauders taking on the winner of this one on Saturday at Altoona for the D6 championship.
Well, Coach Fye did use that timeout right here. Let's see how her team responds. Marley Croyle back to the service line for the Warriors.
Hopefully we'll have an interview for you folks after this game as well.
Oh, into the net. Service error. Once again, snake bitten a little bit here. West Branch from the service line. They've had ebbs and flows, you know what I mean? And it's, you don't want to have a low right now from the service line. Sardone gets it to Kern. She can't get a good swing on it. out of bounds.
We're going to get extra points in this one too, Josh.
Probably.
The other semifinal did. Why not here? No, we don't got to sleep tonight.
Yeah, right.
Who needs it?
So Cameron McTavish now to serve for the Warriors. Sardone gets a swing off the bump set from Kaufman.
And you don't see her in position too often, Josh, to get a kill, but right there, putting it down for the Wildcats.
Mason Sardone to the service line. Oh, that was a good swing. Nice dig by Fatula in the back row. Off the block, off the face of Cutshaw. And it kept alive.
By her face. Literally. Cutshaw's face definitely kept that one going.
Yeah. That's off the top of the block. Good dig there by Sardone. Just play it across here by Kaufman. There's that push again.
And she uses it so well, Josh. Right there again. Just a high IQ play. She kind of has her head turned a little bit too. Makes it seem like she's going to set it. Instead, she just pushes it where no one is. That was awesome.
Brooklyn Myers, we've seen that play out of her numerous times this evening. And to be honest, I don't think she's missed on that. Maybe once that I can recall, but certainly high percentage. Well, Bella Bentz gets a big kill right there off the block.
You think about taking a timeout here if you're West Branch.
Yeah. I think you got to. Well, Coach Trude not calling it. See if his team. Oh, Bentz tried to bump set that, and it just ended up going across for a free ball. Oh, Kaufman at the net. Stop Cantolino. So we are at match point here, Joe, and now Terry Trude calls that final timeout. You don't want to keep them in your pocket.
Certainly not. Man, oh man. Folks out here in this gymnasium, and certainly you folks out there tuning in, getting your money's worth here tonight on High Top Sports Network. The Homer Center Wildcats now 1 point, Josh, away from punching a ticket to the championship and playing some Marauders.
That's right.
Well, I'll have a chance. May I?
Yeah, do it.
Love to thank our friends at McFadden Machine Company. Holler at your boys.
In Blairsville.
And girls, whatever. They're there. We're friends. The fans, friends, and family of the Homer Center Wildcats volleyball team. And our friends at Savoy's, Club Savoy's, and Evolution 2 Hair Salon Concerted.
Oh, man, that could be it.
It
And
is.
it is. Homer Center punches their ticket to the District 6 Class A championship match where they will face Bishop Guilfoyle on Saturday in Altoona. Unbelievable. You know, they won the first two sets. Dropped the second two sets. It looked like West Branch had all the momentum, Joe. And that sprint to 15. Homer Center, a couple of borderline calls there early in this fifth set. Went the Wildcats' way, and they were able to hang on and emerge victorious.
Yeah, and a round of applause in this gym for these West Branch Warriors who had a terrific season. As mentioned, sitting at number 2 in the state rankings. Number 2 in the District 6 bracket as well. Terrific season for them, most certainly. But the Wildcats, the ones that come out victorious here tonight, Josh. And take some time here and see if Homer Center head coach Hope Phi join us for an interview. We offered her the opportunity during pregame, so she might be bringing one of her players with her. But
Well,
yeah.
I'll tell you what, Joe, just the emotion right now on Abby Gallagher for West Branch. Just really, really tough. The only senior on this squad. And she's in tears right now, her high school volleyball career. Well, they made states, right? Homer Center make states? Or West Branch make states? Don't the Final Four all go?
Sorry, Josh? What'd you say?
I said West Branch. They still qualify for states, right?
They do not.
They
There's
do
only
not.
2 teams.
Oh, wow.
2 teams, yeah. I looked at the state bracket, which is already out. So, the top 2 teams, as I mentioned there early in this broadcast, 2 teams out of here. The winner of District 6 will go on to play the runner-up of District 7, the Whitfield, and then the runner-up of District 6 moves on to the state tournament to play the winner of District 10. So, yeah, certainly a great night of volleyball on High Top Sports Network. Mentioned Bishop Guilfoyle downing West Shamokin in 5 sets, winning that 5th set by a score of 17-15. So extra volleyball taking place there, and then 15-11 the score here in set number 5. One team winning the first 2 sets, and the other team winning the next 2. So pretty impressive, enjoyable stuff here tonight, and congratulations not only to the Wildcats but their community that's been deprived of this. Their first ever trip, Josh, even to a District 6 championship game, will take place on Saturday. And don't want to say for sure. We intend on being there for that contest. Just got to make sure we iron out some things, and if we are able to do that, we will be able to bring you the action here on High Top Sports Network. And Josh, I think we have a player of the game to name here.
Yeah, I think we do.
I always say it on the broadcast, the player with the best number on the court, and that, of course, is
Marley Kaufman.
Yeah, Marley Kaufman. Congratulations, Marley. We'll let you talk first, and then we'll let you get going so we can talk to Coach. Let me get this mic untangled here for you. There you go. Marley, congratulations. Great game.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know if I hear you. Let's make sure your mic's on. Go ahead again.
Thank you.
Oh, there I hear you.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, congratulations. Kind of take us through that. Winning the first 2 sets and then surrendering the next 2. What's it kind of take for you guys to kind of get back the momentum there in that 5th set and come away with a win?
Well, it was just big. We do a really good job at picking each other up, like when we're down, and I just think that's a huge part of it is our energy and just keeping a positive attitude so that we can keep energy to get the win.
Yeah, what do you guys kind of attribute this to? It's you guys have been so solid in all facets there in that first game, and then battled a little bit of adversity. What did Coach kind of tell you guys that might have maybe helped you guys right the ship there in the 5th set?
She just told us stay calm, and we have a whole set ahead of us, and it's just a new slate. Just keep our energy up and don't get down on ourselves.
Yeah, in that 5th set, you guys had a couple of borderline calls go your way. How did that get the momentum going in that 5th set?
It definitely helped because in the 5th set it's only to 15, so every point counts, and I mean it was just huge. Some of the really close calls to go our way. It was just big.
Yeah, for the first time, you guys were sort of the underdog. Was that something you guys kind of embraced a little bit before this game? Obviously, you guys are 5th in the state according to the rankings. They're number 2. They're number 2 in the district rankings. You guys are number 4. Was that something that you guys kind of talked about and used maybe as some motivation coming into this one?
Yeah, we did. We knew that they were an awesome team, and we knew that we had to play to almost perfect to beat them because they're really good. But we used that as motivation, and we knew that we had nothing to lose. Us seniors, we didn't want to be done tonight, so we really just used that as motivation to get the win.
Well, awesome, Marley. Congratulations.
Right,
you guys will be taking on the Marauders on Saturday. So we were thinking maybe an old Heritage Conference championship, but not the case. You guys will be taking on the Marauders, so best of luck. And here, take this shirt. There's 2 shirts. Give the other one to somebody. There's a small and a large. Just give them away. Congratulations to Marley Kaufman, tonight's High Top Sports Network Player of the Game.
Thank you.
Coach Phi, join us.
Congratulations, Marley.
Coach Phi, 5 sets.
5 sets.
Yeah. Take us through that. I said to Josh during the broadcast, it didn't seem like there was any way that you guys, or there would be 5 sets after those first 2, but the resilient bunch of West Branch here, making it quite the game.
Tonight's pretty rare for us. Usually it's the first and second set it takes for us to wake up, and I think the third and fourth set definitely woke us up a little bit more than what we're used to. We I mean, one time, maybe twice, we've had to play 5 sets this year. So that was keeping their heads in it. I tell you, keeping their heads in it was huge. So it's kind of a blur at this point.
So, as you said, maybe the second time you guys have played 5 sets all year. What was that feeling like on the bench there with the players as you were going into that 5th set?
I feel like every girl had every single emotion you could think of. The past, what's next, what happens if we don't do this or if we screw up this last play. And eventually, truthfully, what it came down to was 2 of my youngest players telling them to keep their head in it, get it together. They deserve this. They're here for a reason. And, I mean, we've run on all cylinders all year. And got a hot start in Game 5.
Yeah,
Set
for
5
sure.
was a big one.
It's a sprint. That's what I said on the broadcast. You know, only going to 15, and you got to come out of the gates hot.
Yep.
You guys did.
And that's how we got down in the first 4 sets. The first 10 points, I think we were down almost in every single set. So last one mattered most, it seemed like, tonight. So we're very fortunate. So,
Coach, we asked. My mic's a little too close there. We asked Marley. Did you guys feed off of being maybe the underdogs for the first time here in a while? You know, obviously they're ranked second in the state. You guys were 5th. They're second in the district. You guys were 4th. So was that something that was talked about maybe yesterday before, maybe during your last practice before this one? And is that something you think kind of helped you guys tonight battle some adversity?
Yep, we've been chasing. I mean, last season, we've been chasing them for the last 12 months. So definitely an underdog story. I mean, for Homer as a whole, this is a first for a very long time, if ever. So this is huge for them, and we have a great older group, and we have a great group moving up. So if nothing else, they're learning. I asked them before the game, what's our goal? The only thing they said was to have fun, and defense wins games. So.
And championships. How excited after that final point? Just take me through the emotions of all the girls and yourself.
Planning.
Yeah.
We're already planning. Yep.
You know you're playing yet?
Yep. We have a practice set up for tomorrow and a game plan for practice on Friday.
Nice.
No breaks. We have no time for breaks now. So.
Big question, Coach.
We're gassing on it, if you would.
I actually use that. You're stealing my words, unfortunately. Don't start doing that. But Coach, gotta ask you the big pivotal swing there at the beginning of that 5th set. The point went to West Branch. You kind of stood there for a second. Wanted the refs to discuss it.
Yep.
Take us through that moment because it really seemed to be kind of pivotal, and it seemed like I even said I think Coach Phi might have bought a point there.
Well, in my head, I had made the call, and 3 officials had 3 different calls on that play. So luckily, the R1 obviously had the best eye and made that call in our favor. But yeah, I wasn't giving that ball back yet. Sometimes if you roll it over too easy, the play can sometimes get pushed back, and that was a huge one. We had 2 back to back that it came down to huge calls at the net, and I think that was the most pivotal point in the 5th set, 100%.
How excited! District championship, you're this close.
I know. I tell you what, the bus is gonna be a loud ride home. I think lots of music, lots of food.
Hey, that's
celebrating.
Hey.
You got to take one, and then tomorrow we'll go back to work. So tonight, I think we're just going to celebrate this one, and we'll have some stories. I'm sure we'll have lots of stories to talk about tomorrow. So.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, Head Coach Hope Phi, thank you so much. Congratulations. Enjoy that ride home. Enjoy that celebrating tonight. And I know, as you said, you guys will certainly be back to work tomorrow, getting ready for the Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders, as you will take them on Saturday, I think at noon, correct?
You guys going to be there? You guys coming?
I mean, yeah.
I think we'd vouch for you.
Okay.
We want you there.
Yeah.
You better be there.
I think we can. Thank you, Coach. We appreciate you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for all the help.
Yep. And that was Homer Center Wildcats head coach Hope Phi, victorious here tonight after downing West Branch, Josh. 3 games to 2. Took a 5th set there. They won 15-11 in that decisive set to come away victorious. And I'm pretty sure. There you go. Some folks wanted to say hi. But going away victorious here. And they will play the Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders, Josh, who defeated West Shamokin tonight, avoiding a All-Heritage Conference Championship game on Saturday in Altoona at noon.
Yeah, man. Great match. Lived up to the billing, you know. These semifinals Every point contested, hard fought. Girls laying out all over the place, throwing their body on the line. Girls diving into the wall, into the bleachers. I mean, it's just both of these teams left everything out there, and I don't think you could ask, for a better match in a district semifinal game. Uh, as I said, all tightly contested. Every set tightly contested. Every point, every play at the net, just leaving it all on the line, and that's what you look for in sports. And these girls on both sides of the net did a tremendous job tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, Josh. And I some final parting words here. I want to thank certainly the folks here at West Branch, everyone. We were greeted and welcomed with open arms, by so many, and made our job here so easy. We had plug-in internet. Got a little bit of a couple boxes for our table here to make sure
Well,
it's.
I got those out of the janitor's closet.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, thanks for letting us use them here. But whatever the case, they've been so fantastic here tonight. You wish that West Branch could be a little closer to where we reside, because it'd be a great school to get to cover often. Certainly a great facility, great people, and I will specifically say that getting to talk to Coach Trude last night was truly a pleasure. I enjoyed that greatly. Also want to thank all of our wonderful sponsors tonight. Of course, the fans, friends, family of Homer Center Wildcats Volleyball. You guys are wonderful. Thank you for making tonight possible for us here on High Top Sports Network, along with McFadden Machine Company in Blairsville. Evolutions 2 Hair Salon, Josh. Hashtag.
Get your hair did.
And last, but certainly not least, my brothers, my friends at Club Savoy. Thank you so much for your contributions to High Top Sports Network. It was greatly appreciated. And hope Phi kind of making sure that we were going to be in Altoona on Saturday. It'd be hard to get out of that one now, Josh.
Put us on the spot on the air. So.
Yeah, so we will. Hopefully, we'll have to do some housekeeping things there to make sure that's possible. But we have the intention to do so, and we'll make sure as soon as we know, we will let you know out there. And that is the last person we'd like to thank here tonight, Josh. Everyone out there who has tuned in, we are so grateful for you. You make this worth it. Your contributions as well are what make this so much fun to do, and we certainly hope you enjoy what we were able to bring you here tonight on High Top Sports Network.
Couldn't have said it better myself, my friend.
Well, Josh, that'll about wrap it up.
Yes, sir.
Josh Reckengoss, Joe Rhodes, thank you for joining us here on High Top Sports Network. The final, Homer Center 3, West Branch 2.